Alright guys, back again for another review. Big Tom.
Damien.
Today we're doing the Expromizer by X-Vapes.
Yes, the
Expromizer.
one of the craziest named things you can get out there on the market. What a cracking name. Before we even go into the rebuildable atomizer that this is, the
Expromizer
just really has a good ring to it, doesn't it? Yeah, this is made by a company called X-Vape. It's a 23mm rebuildable atomizer. Holds 4.5 of juice in standard mode. And it's also quite a cool thing because it's taken the qualities from various different rebuildable atomizers that are out there on the market, very popular ones, and it's sort of put them all together. Some people might say it's a clone, but it's a clone of a few things. It wicks and has a deck exactly the same as a K-Fun. It feels exactly the same as a Tay-Fun, and it also looks like an AC9 from Vapers, I believe. Yeah. It has airflow control, it holds 4.5 of juice, it bangs out like you won't believe. I mean, currently I've got this with some 3mm Bacaro wick with ribbon wire. It's about 0.6 ohms and it is like a freight train.
But it's one ugly motherfucker.
Absolutely, great vapor production. Great flavour. It is, to me, like a K-Fun vape. It does taste and act exactly the same as a K-Fun, but you have a better filling option because some people get a bit pissy about the K-Fun filling option, and I don't blame them. The K-Fun Light, you have to take it off your mod, you have to unscrew the little screw. After time, the fucking screw disappears into the carpet, that magical eating carpet that we all possess as vapors. And the Tay-Fun is a really nice, easy way to fill an atomizer. So they've taken those qualities and put them together. This came to me, landed at around 50 quid. It's about 49 euros from X-Vape for this version. There are a few different versions of it. You get the standard setup of the atomizer, and you can also get steel tanks with it as an extra. This comes just with the polycarbonate tank as standard, but you can get the steel tank for it. You can also get an extension chimney for inside so that you can actually put another tank on top and it becomes like this great big long beast that holds 8.5 of juice. Then it really is the
Expromizer.
What a fantabulous name for an atomizer. You just want to go out and go, yeah, I'm just having a vape on my Expromizer. It sounds like a sort of a killing machine from 1987, doesn't it? You know what I mean? So, yeah. Recently, Todd has reviewed one of these. He's a big fan of it. He really likes it. So after watching one of them, I thought, you know, well, if it's good enough for Mrs. Jones, it's good enough for me. So I picked one up. They do actually stock these in the UK now at ifancyone.com. Yes, I do. I definitely fancy one. I fancied one, so I bought one. Yeah, very easy to wick. If you know your K-Funs, you can just off you go straight away with this. Exceedingly easy to fill, and off you go. And it really does bang out the vapour and the flavour. It's just a K-Fun vape for me, but it just, oh, you know, 0.6 ohms at the moment. It's,
I've not been able to pry it from his hand, so I can't tell you.
There you go, son. Get some of that down your neck. Now, there has been a couple of complaints about this first batch of it. Nothing major, but the drip tip. Apart from the drip tip being one of the ugliest drip tips I've ever seen in my life, it's a little bit wobbly inside. Now, they do send you bigger O-rings to put on the drip tip, so I mean, it's a little bit wobbly. It's not ridiculous. It's not, you know, like sucking a cock. It's just a little bit on the loose side. They will be replacing the top caps on these, and they will be sort of having them as if you buy one from ifancyone.com, they're going to send you out the replaceable top cap for free. If you've bought this from X-Vape, then I think you just pay about €6 and they're going to send you another one anyway. And also, It can be, some people have said it's a little bit leaky, it seeps a little bit of juice, but there is a fix for that just by putting the spare O-rings onto the base and onto the tank section that you get with it. But to tell you the truth, with this one I haven't found that. It's been fine. It has a nice adjustable air hole on it, but unfortunately to adjust the air hole you have to take the base off and turn it round to adjust for the different holes put inside. And it does have a spring-loaded 510 connection, which is really cool. So it's kind of like floating, it's on a spring. So yeah, no adjustable really, no messing about, it will just adjust itself, which is really nice. Yeah.
Well, I've got a request. Seeing as you've wicked it so nice, I reckon we should give the guy some clouds.
Give the guy some clouds? I'm not into all this cloud chasing game thing.
They're always requesting for some clouds though, you guys.
It's alright, you know what I mean? It's alright. Stephen King's The Mist, you know. What we'll do now is we'll go down at the table, I'll show you the box it comes in, I'll show you how to quickly wick it, even though if you know how to wick a K-Fun, you know how to wick this thing, it is pretty much identical, and then we'll come back and give you our final thoughts, yeah? The
Expromizer.
Stay safe. So here you have your Expromizer broken down into all its major parts. You have your drip tip, you have your top cap, you have your top steel tank section and your polycarbonate tank. You have your top of your chimney basic tube and your deck here, which is uncannily, even if I can say it, like a K-Fun. You have your channels at the sides here, you have your top posts here, your positive and your negative. Yeah. You have a brass spring-loaded 510 connection with your serial number on the bottom and Expromizer written there, etched into the base. You have your air hole here, and basically you can change this air hole by removing this base, but be very careful because there is a spring inside. You do not want to lose that. There we go, there's your spring. And then in order to change your airflow, you basically remove this like this, and you've got different holes drilled around your Expromizer, and you just find the air hole that you want. Basically, I think it's from 1mm to 2.5mm. I'm going to have it on the biggest setting there. And that's how you change your airflow. Nice and simple. The only problem is you have to take it off the mod and remove this base if you want to change your airflow. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we'll just have a little look and we'll give this a quick wick. Pretty much, if you've ever had a K-Fun or you've watched K-Fun videos, it's exactly the same as that. I'm just using some simple Picaro 3mm silica wick and some 0.2 Canthal wire for now because that's all that I had near me. Just lift your posts up. Place your first bit of Canthal over the first post, tighten that down. Same on the other side. Exactly the same as a K-Fun, no difference to this whatsoever in how to wick this. There we go. Just going to put it on the mod here now. Oh, bit of a hot spot on a short there. Give that a pulse. Lighten up a treat. Now, just like a K-Fun, you want to lift it up off of the air hole that sits below it. Just by getting your flathead in there, just giving it a little raise, like so. Take your nail clippers or whatever, scissors, and remove the excess wire. And then feed your silica to your posts, just sit them down like so. Put the top of your chimney base section on, tighten that up, there we go, and then you want to trim your wicks, just them to the top of this chimney section here. Okay, then you just want to pop the excess wick down, not to smash it down there, just so it sits nicely in the gaps, like so. Put a little bit of juice in there. I've got a bit of GVC, just a little teaser, get them all nice and soaked. Like so. Lovely. And then just put your top of your chimney back on, your tank section, top of your tank. Your top cap. And your drip tip. Now to fill it, it is exactly the same as a Typhon. Basically, you take your juice, fill basically until you get close to the top of your post. Do not go over the post, otherwise you'll end up with a lap full of juice. Feed your Expromizer back in to the top. Make sure you're all nice and tight. And take a vape. Lovely. Nice and simple. Yeah, it's a really nice atomizer. Basically, K-Fun wicking method, K-Fun deck, airflow control, and a Typhon filling method. You also get some O-rings in the pack when they're sent to you. Basically, it's because of this drip tip. It's a little bit wobbly. It's a little bit too small for the top cap. It's not a very nice drip tip either, but you do get a load of O-rings, and you get some spare screws as well for your deck, just in case you happen to lose one. And also, I got sent a nice pack of Haribo from X-Vape as well. I'll be hiding these from Tom. So yeah, there's your Expromizer, or Expromizer, which is a fantastic rebuildable Atty at a really, really good price. Lovely.
Alright guys, so after looking at the
Expromizer.
it is bang on, as Damien saying, it is a great vape. It's got all the elements of different atomizers to it. I do think it's ugly, that's just a personal preference, but with that setup that Damien's currently got in it, it's hard, it bangs.
It is a 23mm atomizer, so it's going to have overhang on your 22mm mods. If you've got something like a Paptex, it was meant to be, you know. Yes, okay, it's not the most attractive atomizer in the world, but, you know, with a name like
Expromizer.
it's all about damage, isn't it? It's all about blowing your socks off, and that's what this does. It's a very good vape. It's a very hard-hitting vape. It's a very sturdy machine. Apart from the wobbly cock drip tip, you know, it is bang on. And for the money, I mean, $47.99 for myfancyone.com. $47.99 for something that is just as good as a Typhon or a K-Fun or whatever fun you want. This is lots of fun itself. So it's very, very impressive. You get a lot of spares with it. You have the options of having a long mode with 8.5 of juice. I mean, this thing must come up to about that fucking long. You know, Christ, it's not really stealthy, is it? But still, you know, if you want the option, you have the options there. Really cool guys over at X-Vape, really good at getting back to you. They even send you a little packet of Haribo sweets with it. You know, yeah, don't you look at me like that, I'll stash them from you. You ain't getting me Haribos, mate. Not my Haribos.
He's not joking neither.
Now, do you want one?
One. Thank you.
Anyway, so if you do want to get your hands on the
Expromizer.
then there's a couple of places you can get it. You can get it from X-Vape. The website is above my head right now. If you don't want to wait the 6 days for it to turn up, which isn't too bad. Or if they're not in stock there, then you can go to ifancyone.com. The website is also above my head there. Oh, I did that one a bit sexy, didn't I? Magic. So yeah, $47.99 for myfancyone.com. It is well priced. It really is. I would like to say a budget atomizer, but it is just as good. It is just as good. If maybe not in a way, the vape is better. You know, it does handle lower ohms as well. You know, like I said, I've got 0.6 ohms in this. I don't get a burnt taste. It fucking pumps out the vapour. It pumps out the flavour. It is really impressive. Yes, it's a little bit of an ugly duckling, but so what? You know what I mean? For $47.99, do you know, who gives a flying fuck? It is absolutely lovely to vape on. Hats off to them. I would, but my hair's so bad, I'm not going to do it in this video, but hats off to them. Well done, X-Vape. Bit of drip tip though, guys. Bit of drip tip. That's astonishing.
Wobbly cock.
The astonishing wobbly cock drip tip. It's yeah, but the look of it as well, it's nasty. So you know, but you can put your own drip tips in it. They do supply the bigger O-rings. So for looks, I'm going to give it a 7. I'm going to give it a 7 for looks. It's a little bit of an ugly duckling for me personally. Now for performance, I've got to give this a 10 out of 10. It is absolutely stunning. And the usability as well, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. It only loses a point because of those who might not be into rebuildables, who might not be very good at doing a K-Fun or anything like that. If you shit at your coils, it's not for you. But for everybody else who loves a rebuildable, it's as simple as, you know what I mean? If you've had a K-Fun, you're ready to rock and roll with this straight away. You know, the filling capabilities of it, the fact that it doesn't need to remain airtight either, so you don't have to sort of like rebuild your fucking coil or drain your juice or anything like that. You can just unscrew the top, fill it up, and off you go again. So you can use this for a good week until you probably need to rechange your wick.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, it's brilliant. You know what I mean? I'm very impressed. Very impressed. I shall be getting myself another one because I've traded this one already. Traded it for a micro stick. So I'll be sending this out and then getting myself another one. They are that good. So yeah, really impressed with the
Expromizer.
Fucking love that name. Thank you very much for watching this review, and we will see you on the next one. Stay safe.